Hi, I'm Kurt Knock with Texas Ready. This is my partner Lucinda Bailey, and we're here at the Self-Reliance Expo. Our company is focused on selling open pollinated heirloom variety seed banks to individuals who would like to grow their own food. And there are a lot of reasons for that. Perhaps you're concerned about rising food prices. Maybe you're concerned about the hybridization, the GMO, the pesticides and the various chemicals that they apply on your produce that you buy at the store. A lot of people have different reasons for wanting to become self-sustaining as far as their produce and their food are concerned. One of the biggest things, obviously, is what's going to happen with the economy, or what might happen in our world or our society where we might not be able to go out and buy produce regularly. Well, we're here to address that problem. We sell these seed banks. They come in U.S. Army ammo boxes. There are 5 different sizes, ranging from the piggy bank here up to the lock box, the safe, the vault, and the treasury. Each one of these boxes has the exact same varieties in it. You probably can't see this, but this is a list of 80 different seed varieties that come in each one of these containers. The only difference is that there are fewer seeds in this than you're going to get in here. Each one of our seed banks is designed based on the number of adult men that it will feed. So our smallest bank is good for 2 adult men. Our largest bank would feed at least 30. So if you were going to be planting a community garden, or you wanted your church or your neighborhood to participate in a growing project, you might be looking at something like this. If it's just you and your spouse, then you might go for something like this. If you got a family unit, say 4 people, and if you're thinking about survivability issues, if you're thinking about some sort of an economic collapse, then you're probably going to want to steer towards the lock or the lock box or the safe. Those are rated for 4 or 6 people. In our larger banks, you also get training manuals. For instance, in this bank, which is a safe, you get a copy of the square foot gardening as well as the edible garden. This basically tells you variety by variety how to go about planting your garden and maximizing your yield. So if you look in the book, you'll see all kinds of information on how to plant the garden, soil conditions, and so forth. And then you get into the area where it goes by variety. Carrots, cauliflower, tells you how far apart you need to space them, when you need to plant, how deep the seeds should be, all of that. So unless you are an experienced vegetable gardener, this book is basically essential. All of our seeds are open pollinated heirloom variety seeds. What that means is you can take the produce that you will grow in your garden, save that seed, and be able to plant it next year. It will come up true to type, which means that you're going to get the exact same tomato next year that you got this year. That's critical to understand, because if you go and buy seed, say from Lowe's or Home Depot or Walmart, those are generally going to be hybridized seeds. They will provide a great crop for you in the first growing season, but you're not going to be able to take the seeds that you just grew and replant them next year, because they'll either be sterile or they'll revert back to a previous hybrid that was used to create the produce that you just grew. So if you want to be truly self-sustaining, if you want to get off the grid, what you're looking for is heirloom, open pollinated type seed. That's all that we sell. Now I think I'm going to turn it over to Lucinda, and she's going to tell you a little bit more about actual gardening.
Hi, my name's Lucinda Bailey, and I've been gardening since I was a child. It's such a wonderful thing to be able to provide fresh produce for your table, much more nutrition. By the time your groceries have arrived at the grocery store, they have lost 50% of the nutrients that God originally put in there. So that's why I think it's great to walk outside your kitchen and pull up some wonderfully fresh kohlrabi, beets, rutabagas, tomatoes, etc. We can do this. In a very small space, you can grow hundreds of vegetables with new gardening techniques. We have training manuals that we'd like to introduce you to. Seed to Seed shows you how to save the seed. Backyard Homestead teaches you to grow 2,000 pounds of produce in a subdivision lot. And of course, you're going to need to preserve your harvest through a canning and sun drying. So this book would be very helpful there. I'd like to direct you to our website where you can get a copy of these wonderful books, and you could go to www.texasready.net. And by the way, we do a training newsletter on a monthly basis, so feel free to sign up for that. Thank you so very much.